Good day, good day, good day. Alright here. This time a subject of erotics, of which for the reason that it not becomes an erotic virgin chat, is for the reason of this subject brings it to, it's not myself doing like that. It's now to say it's a wider than that of the sexual speak, or the erotic speak. And for that reason, it has not become erotic virgin chat. As so to say, the subject goes as a certain issue what became was as if with him around, then is to behave not that it's freedom of sexual action. It's how the social life of happiest with the wealthy, and that's how the social life goes, as if not with him around, and that him is then I, Dr. Oh Boy. Happiest of social wealth is then included of an exclusion. The exclusion of him towards me. Then to say everything is all good but just not with him around. And that's what mostly stands sexual action. Now how did it become so? As I used so to say, it was only towards adult independence, from teenager time to behave for adult independence correct. And it's many times is that always a not him around, not with him around. It's many times a casual thing, but it's as it became. I as the not with him around. And from there, the not with him around became a certain thing of Arabic men would only use, or all men, all boys, and also Arabic boys and men would only have to say the actorship of not with him around and would get free play. Of which the free play became abusive actions many times, and this would be the Arabic man as foremost of abusive actions. Other men would certain sort of some kind, like say other ethnic men of certain kind would more so strive the happy after, but it was the Arabic man who more so used such words of key to use it to cause that the occasion was abusive action. But this subject goes to many how to call it, let's call it a yes, offensive crime, yes. Offensive crime with sexual action. Sexual action of which is an offensive crime. You came to that, yes, exact. Of where Arabic men were the foremost, other ethnicity men would use the key of not him around as a step towards happily after. So there stays the subject. Then it relates to one more point, which is to be free and walking as if before jail and talking about during jail. But you are now free and walking. And you're talking about before you got jail and during you got jail. You're now free and walking to speak about only reason to allow sex is when equals the getting ready for sex meals. This is a game code. And all, let's say all plain game codes. God is I file. I vote. I put my vote for my own what is the name for that again? My own what's the political name again? My own I put the vote in my own campaign. I put my vote for my own campaign. Like the only reason for sex allowed is equal in getting ready for sex meals. Then I place that as the vote in my own campaign. I'm the starter of the campaign, and I place the vote at first. And the vote goes to only allowed of sexual actions when equals getting ready for sex meals. It's my campaign, and I would like it's not a program list or a schedule. It's just exactly this here, this one-time toss, and when it's necessary to punch your uppercut, then it becomes a republished document, or the republished internet text, or whatever short Facebook video. Then it becomes republished as subject. Whenever I feel like a punch, uppercut, jab, then that's how. And then I put this subject again as sex again. Because the campaign has just once, but not the schedule. Not the schedule. So to say how I'm the one from not with him around, then it went like I used to have several sexual actions in my life, of which I became second-class virginity. I would have sexual actions of tongue kissing during my teenager time. It was always to the slide of "We are going steady" as puppy love, and then would occur tongue kissing. Eventually, the slide of "We are going steady" would quickly end as soon as the tongue kissing has been several times. It would say, the girl would say, "Okay, we're not going steady anymore. We're done." And this sort of slide went, let's say thousands of times. Now, I became to have this slide thousands of times. Say, we have a puppy love. Okay, we have puppy love, yes? Okay, good. Then we're gonna have tongue kissing several times. And then it became, she breaks up. Without that it became introduced to the parents. Without that it became, it was only allowed for, we have a puppy love, so we're gonna have tongue kissing real quick. Scratch the horny real quick, and because we have to slash the horny real quick because we're going steady. Then we will do tongue kissing. We did it thousands of times. Me and a different girl. So like 1,000 times. I don't know the details at all. This is 1,000 times. So then, for such gossip going around, and then I became the not with him around. Just gossip in the daily chatterbox. Just gossip in the daily chatterbox. I became like, because you are the gossip in the chatterbox, that's how you became the not with him around. It was not to say as if him as the key mark of romantics. Not as him the key mark of romantics. It would be the key mark of the not with him around. So I'm not not saying anything about say those who was the one who offer some kind of beautiful or some kind of ugly. I'm not to say that. Not to say that. Sort of like the lonely dog. Hasn't seen him for a while. Sort of like the fashion makeover. Went into the best of beauty. Sort of like life became worse. But even to say life went worse. As to say how the lovebirds have one heart. The two lovebirds have one heart. Then is to say life became worse or life went worse. It's a difference between right there. Difference between became and went. As in the two lovebirds have one heart. And then to say became or went worse. For that reason I give not even a side remark of this one or the other one. I say completely nothing. I only say thousands of them. I went popular of exact as teenager. Popular of exact as teenager. Then you say thousands one, I call it 5. Please. Yeah, whatever you want to make of it, I only give you thousands of popular occasions. If we're tongue kissing occasions, splash up body as if we're going steady. And not that is all the way to introduce to the parents. There was a slide. There was a slide down. Back to the game code. The game code, back to the game code. Of only a lot of sex that equals to getting ready for sex meals. Yeah. Exact only allowed for sex if equals to getting ready for sex meals. But else not allowed for sex. The two candidates together. Or else not allowed are the two candidates together. Not allowed for to have sex. The game code was I on the campaign. I put the vote in my campaign box for the first envelope of vote. And then it's just the vote box. The envelope vote box is right around there. Oh, then this is not meant that I tossed to the video edit sticker. Not that I meant that. Like I said, the vote box is envelope box is way over there, like 600 meters away from your residence. Any kind of residence, like 600 meters away from your residence, you will find the vote box. So I like to say it like that. Then I place the vote envelope as first to say, not allowed for sexual actions unless equals getting ready for sex meals. My campaign, Dr. Oboy TV campaign, I place the first envelope of to say not allowed for sexual actions unless equals getting ready for sex meals. So at 13, 15, now all the way to 14 straight. Then we head for 20 minutes on my TV video. 20 minutes and then no more. So then take easy time for me to what to say. So now then a few seconds or minutes for if I have anything more to add. Okay. Let's say I take a drink. Okay. I'll show you something. I'll show you something. This right here. is rice in a little bottle. Rice it is. Then I will tell you the purpose is for when it's anti-manipulation of the experiencing the seconds of the clock. It's anti-manipulation by wall art edits as casual movie special effects studio to get a wall art edit. Then these rise exactly at the right bolt will cause that your second or minute does not get manipulated. If it would be, what could it else be for a kind of seed, let's say, of grain, let's say. If you just put a tennis ball perhaps, then you will not have the effect. Even as I carry it below my clothing, similar as this, there is also below my clothing a bottle of rice. And then guess that the second is not able to manipulate the second of the clock into a different experience. It will manipulate the experience. When to say rice and then eat it will cause it to experience also by food a manipulated second with a negative effect. Then if you eat rice, then by food you experience the negative effect of a manipulated second. If you keep it just below your clothing in a bottle uncooked, it will then cause that a protection for your second will not be manipulated into a wrong experience. So when it keeps it dry below the clothing in a bottle, then gets a correct. When eats, gets a incorrect. When keeps it in the indoor room, as from the ceiling at the light bulb, then gets a protection against a fraud of manipulating your house indoors experience. Then gets protected against manipulated of indoors experience. So, it became that I check here at 18 minutes, in fact the first 10, they decide of nothing more to say, just waiting for ending time. Okay, here it goes. Inside 40. Okay. Going to ending time 20 minutes. There is nothing in adds nothing else. I add nothing else. 19 straight in first 10. See here one spasm. See the spasm, a slow spasm. Very, very slow spasm. It's a perfect sign of healthy. But sometimes I have harder spasms several times. Let's say as soon as the money, with the thinking of money, then the spasm of certain spasm like it's that kind of spasm. A certain thing of thinking of money and it's happy, then the spasm goes like this of some kind. Very crazy. Okay, 19 in the 50s. Okay, continue. Okay, I thank you for your time. I see you another time.